Well, hello, everybody. My voice is a little rusty. We did the Tyson Fury fight today, live call with reaction from the chat. We had a real fun time with the people who showed up, and that's what the FOC is about. So thank you to them. I love bringing that stuff to you guys, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. Watched a lot of boxing today. I started watching boxing. I believe it was at like 10:30. Some prelim fights that they had on for free on the Zone YouTube channel. And then, I had purchased the fight last night to watch the whole fight card, which I watched pretty much every fight. Went outside for a little bit to play with the dog and came back in, watched more boxing. Got the stream ready to call the Usyk Fury fight. What a fabulous fight it was. I thought Fury was going to take him. It looked like Fury was wearing him down, and Usyk came back strong, ended up dropping. I believe he busted. I don't know if he busted Tyson Fury's nose, but he damaged it quite well in the 8th, knocked him down in the 9th, won a split decision, very close decision. I had at one point for Usyk. Most people who watched and commented in the chat had it for Usyk close. So anyway, if you're a boxing fan, fabulous fight card. Hope you were able to watch it. And again, I don't know why Tyson Fury voluntarily backed himself to the ropes and in the corners. That's where he got in trouble. I think Usyk fought a hell of a fight. I didn't think he could come back. Fury started banging the body. Looked like he took control. I honestly thought Fury was going to take him out in the 7th or the 8th with those body shots. But Usyk proved to be tough. Usyk ended up going. He didn't even show up at the press conference. He went to the hospital with a possible, from what I understand from listening to people talk after the fight, possible broken jaw. And Fury was all banged up too. So it was a hell of a fight. And I don't know if Fury will execute the rematch. But if he does, that should be his last fight. And again, when we call the fight, obviously I don't have the sound up. I'm giving you my call and interaction with the chat. So I don't know what his corner was telling him, but he should have been trying to back him up, not always putting the pressure on him. But when you back up Usyk, he, like with most fighters, they're not going to fight well. And Usyk provided the pressure in the way he likes to do it, how to get in his punching range. Fury did a great job up until the 8th round, after the first 2 rounds, really, of keeping Usyk out of rhythm, out of his punching range. And then, to his credit, Usyk won the fight, nearly knocked out Fury in the 9th. People who say the referee stepped in, I hate to tell you the rules, but if the ropes hold up a fighter, it is a knockdown. And the ropes were holding up Fury. So that's a knockdown. The referee did the right thing there. Had he not stepped in, yeah, maybe Usyk stops him. But that was the right call. Anyway, enjoyed the boxing. I really did. And I appreciate everyone who stopped by to enjoy my call and share their thoughts with me. Joining us here on the chat, Richie L 1991. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you and your family are doing excellent, and God bless you and them. As Richie says, hi, Al. Hope the weekend is doing well. Al, we had a good time with the fights, as I keep saying. I just enjoy boxing. It's a good sport. I could have done without the musical number before the main event that just went on and on and on again, but that's just me. Kovalev fought in the undercard. He's done. Again, I think he took it for the money. He got dropped in the 10th, was lucky not to get stopped. I don't care for unboxings. Dave Gardner likes unboxings. I could care less. I'm not a big unboxing guy. That's why I don't do them. It's fun to watch them once in a while, but not my thing. I'd rather watch boxing. Hello to Uncle Dave Gardner. I have my AEW mug, one of many mugs from AEW. Though they got rid of some of my favorite wrestlers, so I don't watch it as much. Though when I do watch, I still enjoy it. So we'd like to say hello to Mark Jones. Mark says, very good fight. Good horse race, too. I know I missed the Preakness. I'm going to have to watch it over. I was like, oh, damn, I missed the Preakness. So I don't even know who won the Preakness. Hello to Uncle Dave Gardner. Black, Yellow, White. I was at the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame induction and watched the fight with, adjacent to several former world champs. Larry Donald was an Olympian. Lamont Brewster, good puncher, heavyweight. Michael Spinks, and Tim Austin. Tim Austin, was he a junior welterweight? Good fighter, Tim Austin. Or was he a junior middleweight? So, what did they think about the fight, Black, Yellow, White? It was a fun fight. I enjoyed it. Yes, the Preakness was today, Richie. I forgot totally. I was so psyched about watching all the fights today. It was a good day for me. I like boxing. To me, it's the best sport. Better than any sport, boxing. Mano y mano. The judges sometimes screw it up. The promoters sometimes screw it up. But it was good. The best sport to me is boxing. So, Jamel, how you doing? Jamel had it one round in favor of Usyk. So he had Usyk by a point. We had pretty much the same. We were pretty close in the chat with the actual scorecards, which was fun. That's always fun to do. David Selinsky, how you doing? He says, hello, Al in the chat. Happy Saturday, everyone. Thanks for the boxing stream earlier. Thank you for showing up and enjoying it. It was a good fight, Trav. It was a good fight. The fight card was phenomenal. They do a good job in Saudi. At first, I wasn't keen on the fights from Saudi Arabia. I'm like, oh, great, everything's in Saudi Arabia now. But you know what? The fights come off early. They're done by 8 or 7, right? Good fights, you know. Uncle Dave Gardner says, unboxing mean new games or seasons. True. Richie L., who's the AEW champ? Swerve Strickland beat Samoa Joe. That's how the script wrote it. Trav says Swerve Strickland. Rob's Rules, how you doing? Long time no see. Hope all is well with you and your family. Black, Yellow, White. They were arguing with Murad Muhammad if it was a knockdown or not. It's a knockdown. There's no arguing. A fighter goes into if the ropes hold up a fighter, it's a knockdown. It's at the referee's discretion. It's a knockdown. It's in the rule book. It's in the rules. If the ropes hold up a fighter, it's a knockdown. Now, if he didn't call it a knockdown, Usyk was going in for the kill. But it's a knockdown. I said that during my stream. It's a knockdown. If the ropes hold you up, and that's what was holding Tyson Fury up. I mean, he could have called a TKO there. He could have TKO'd him. That's how badly hurt he was. Jamel, the 9th was Tyson's downfall. Oh, absolutely. Tie board games. Hello, Al. You a fan of MMA or not? I don't dislike MMA. I'm just not I liked it when I followed it a little bit with Chuck Liddell. I like Chuck Liddell, the Iceman, right? Rampage Jackson, I enjoyed. Conor McGregor a little bit. I don't watch much MMA, but it's a good combat sport. It's just not my thing. If someone enjoys it, that's good. I just say I enjoy boxing. That's my favorite sport. To me, it's pure, I like to see a good hard fight. Don't want to see anyone get hurt, badly hurt. And they earn their money. There's the Cuban fighter, Frank Sanchez, got beat. Nothing special with him. Again, I guess his leg was hurt. He had a knee brace on, but the Kurdish fighter. Yeah, I can't pronounce his last name. Workman-like performance. It was like watching him chop down a tree. Jab his way in, high guard. As the announcer said, the typical German style of boxing. The high guard, jab your way in, conserve your punches. But he let his hands go a little more, and he just killed that guy to the body. He ended up stopping him with a body shot. Arnold Hunter. How you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. Thank you, Rob, as he says, just stop by to say hello and hope all is well. All is good here, my friend. Jeffrey Edwards wishes everyone a good evening. Same to you. So, anyway, the fights were really fun. We can talk about that. We can talk about whatever you guys want. I played a really fun APPA baseball game the other day offline between the 1919 Red Sox and the White Sox. It is the last year, that Babe Ruth plays for the Red Sox. Boston won in extra innings. Really fun game. Enjoyed it. I think I'm going to play a little more of that. Come up with an offline project. Playing the 1919 Red Sox against all the teams. 2 home, 2 away, I think. I just enjoyed it that much. It was a fun, wild game. They beat Eddie Seacott. Well, actually, they didn't beat Eddie Seacott. They beat I pinch hit for Seacott in the top of the 9th when the White Sox were trying to take the lead. I can't remember who I brought in, but he was a C-grade pitcher for the Chicago White Sox. So what's cool about APPA baseball is if the guy's pitching 5 shutout innings, and it was Sad Sam Jones for the Red Sox, he ended up pitching 6 shutout innings. He went from a C to an A grade for the rest of the game. So a lot of good stuff there. APPA baseball, I still don't know how it really works. I mean, I understand it. I'm like, but how does this form? It just comes out right. It's fun. It's a quick setup. I do enjoy it. APPA football is a blast. Check out Dave Gardner's channel and many others. But that's a fun game, APPA football. So I'm enjoying the APPA games. What's going on with your projects? We have Dwayne Martz. Check out that wonderful YouTube channel and subscribe. Black, Yellow, White. Tim Austin, Bantamweight Southpaw. Okay. I just couldn't place him. He was a good fighter. John Alexander, how you doing? He was just on Digital Dice with Dave and Ron. It was a wonderful, wonderful chat with John. So please check that out and subscribe to his channel, as well as Dave Gardner's and Ron Juckett's channel. And, of course, Digital Dice. Rob's rule. Who is going to be in the World Series, Al? Your prediction. Is Ohtani hiding the gambling? Was he involved? Your thought? Absolutely. You can't. It's convenient to blame it on your interpreter. I don't know all the facts, but I think he was gambling on baseball. That's just my opinion. Who's going to be in the World Series? Well, it won't be the Dodgers. They'll choke in the playoffs. Red Sox have been surprisingly okay. Their pitching's actually been quite good, which is shocking. They just have a lot of injuries. We throw that out. Who do you guys think are going to be in the World Series? And the Dodgers, they're that best team on paper. I mean, it's early now, and plus with the extra rounds of playoffs, it's tough. Dwayne Martz, YouTube Network. Hi, Arnold Hunter. How are you liking the football league? John Alexander, 1977 payoff pitch replay. I've made it to July 1st, almost hit 1,000 games in this replay because you're playing every game. Isn't that correct, John? Mark Jones, where do you place Usyk historically? Somewhere around Jersey Joe Walcott and Ezra Charles. Usyk's very good. Hall of Famer. Undisputed cruiserweight champ. Undisputed heavyweight champ. He handled Fury at the end of that fight quite well. Again, once Fury got his nose busted, I think his nose was busted, the fight changed. I thought Fury was going to stop him in the 7th, 8th, because he was killing him so good to the body. And then booyah. And it wasn't even, I told Nurse Teresa, it wasn't even when Fury was playing on the ropes. He just was too close to the ropes. He's actually fighting. And he got tagged. Usyk out of the southpaw stance was landing the overhand left quite effectively. And Usyk, I don't understand why Fury backed to the ropes and in the corner on his own volition most of the time. He needed to back Usyk up. Though Usyk is very strong, towards the end of the fight, he literally just shoved Fury right off of him into the ropes. So the question Mark Jones asks, where do you place Usyk historically? Somewhere around Jersey Joe Walcott and Ezzard Charles. Well, those guys fought a lot more. I think Usyk might be slightly above them right now. Walcott won the title via knockout from Charles, then loses the title to Marciano. Ezzard Charles won the vacant title against Walcott, right? Defended a couple of times, then loses to Walcott. Ezzard Charles, all-time great light heavyweight. Both of them great heavyweights, both Hall of Famers. I think Usyk would give them a tough tussle. Good fighter. You just got to back him up. I don't get why these guys don't back him up. Just watch the Derek Chisora fight. They screwed Derek Chisora, and I guess Usyk said he was sick, and he could have been in that fight. But Chisora backed him up and just banged him, roughed him up, made him look awful. They screwed Chisora out of that fight. He beat Usyk that night in England. And he got screwed. I'm pretty sure the fight was in England. Yeah, they screwed the Doughboy. I don't understand, like a guy like Anthony Joshua. If you watch the second fight, when Joshua had some success in the second fight against Usyk, he backed him up and he banged the body. It's when you try to do the chess match with Usyk and you let him dictate the pace. You have to make your opponent uncomfortable. Just like in football, just like in any sport, you try to get them out of their game. And Usyk was pressing forward. He pressured Fury well, but Fury let him to a point because he just would back to the ropes. He'd go from one corner, slide the ropes to the other corner. I get it. He's trying to lay a trap, and it was when Fury had his success, it was because he came away from the ropes and he banged the body. But Usyk's right there with those guys. Yes, Mark Jones. Rob says Braves, Yankees, Astros. Mark Jones likes the Braves, possibly the O's in baseball. Brian Hoxie says, good evening, Al and the chat. How you doing, Brian? Hope all is well. How goes your, do you start your golf tournament again? I have to finish our golf tournament. I got it right down here. We're going to try to get that done this coming week. I do like History Maker Golf. Fun. Black, yellow, white. Fury's nose was broken, but Usyk had a broken jaw. Yeah, he didn't show up. I watched the press conference. He wasn't there. So those guys, they're tough. I mean, I think his jaw got broke. If it was my guess, it was that uppercut. His head went, and he was hurt. And Fury just couldn't get those follow-up punches. And that's when Fury was banging the body and then going to the head. Fury does like to throw that uppercut from a little too far out, though. He throws like this hybrid uppercut hook to the body. That's beautiful. He was landing right under the elbow into the ribs of Usyk. It's beautiful. Albert Guzman, how you doing? Greetings to all. I used to play Avalon Hill title bout card and dice So realistic that my friend couldn't take it. Too much hitting and blood. He likes strap baseball better. Both good games. Both good games. I love Glory Days Boxing on the tabletop. I love Title Bout 2 on the PC. I love Legends of Boxing on the PC. And I'm looking forward to the update for that. And I enjoy and I love Title Bout Championship Boxing on the PC. Fun games. Again, I'm a big boxing fan, so I really enjoyed today. All the fights were very well done, even if I didn't know the fighters. I was surprised that Cordina, Joe Cordina, right? That's his last name. He lost his super featherweight title, or junior, super featherweight, I think it was, or junior featherweight. But the fight changed there when, the guy from North Ireland, Caccac something, Karachi. It sounds Italian, but he's not, obviously. He hit him on the break. And then Cordina was never the same. But the guy followed it up. He punched really hard. And his record doesn't show like he was a hard puncher, but he took it to a Cordina, and they stopped the fight a few rounds later. But it was a good fight. All the fights were fun to watch. Rob's Rule says, like the stream, save the dream. Thank you very much, my friend. WVOGS, how you doing? Hope all is well. Check out his channel and subscribe. He does some chats. Mark Jones, I don't think that there will be a rematch. Well, if I'm Tyson Fury, I think about it long and hard, if he wants to fight anymore. He has nothing more to prove. He's a Hall of Famer. If he's going to fight one last fight, then you take the rematch. But yeah, it was a tough fight. I'd like to see him do it again, but I'm not the one who gets in the ring. He had to, I don't understand why he voluntarily backed to the ropes. I get what he was trying to do. He's trying to lay the trap. You know what I mean? He's trying to lay the trap. But when he had success, if someone will post the fight on YouTube, if you haven't watched it, you will be able to. When he had success is when he moved forward a bit, banged the body. And when he got hurt bad is when he was not moving forward. I don't mean to constantly put the pressure on, but don't just back up to the ropes. It was not a good game plan. And if anyone, again, I had the sound down, so I don't know what his corner was telling him. But I don't think that was in their game plan. If it was stupid. Brian Hoxie, yep, chipping away at it, actually playing out the 6th round while I'm watching and listening. Cool. So far, what is going on with your golf tournament, Brian? Cleve Baseball Fan 879 says, good evening, everyone. Boxing with Al in the afternoon. Boxing this evening on ESPN. Oh, I forgot about that. I'd rather do the chat, though. Remember to check out Cleve Baseball Fan 879's channel and subscribe for wonderful Stratomatic card and dice baseball on the tabletop. APPA Brian, Baseball Classics. Check out his channel and subscribe. Good evening, Al, and all. Played in the APPA baseball tournament in Kansas City today. Very fun. And came in 3rd place out of 20 players. That is awesome. Earl from Oklahoma was there. Did you meet him? So congrats to APPA Brian Baseball Classics. He finished 3rd in the APPA baseball tournament in Kansas City. What team did you play with, my friend? Jamel, says APPA Boxing on eBay, $500. They can keep it. $500. They're nuts. Cleve Baseball Fan 879. APPA Brian Classics. Well done. Yes, 3rd place. That's awesome. Mark Jones wants to know what team won the tournament. WVOGS, what's your opinion on Tyson and Paul? I got Tyson in a knockout, in my opinion. I think once Mike Tyson hits Paul in the body, I don't care how much he beefed up. So Paul normally fights at 190, 192. He beefed up to like 230 pounds, I believe. You think you're going to out-muscle Mike Tyson? I don't care if Tyson's whatever age he is. Now, if Jake Paul, it is Jake, right? Because Logan's the wrestler. Yeah, Jake Paul. If Jake Paul somehow survives the first 3 rounds, you never know. But I think as soon as Tyson lays one into his rib cage a couple of times, it's over. It's over. So I like Tyson in that fight. Interesting. Gets people to talk about boxing. I don't like what Netflix is doing with that. I don't know what they're charging for that yet. They said it was going on Netflix. So I'm like, oh, cool. I have Netflix. I can watch. Now they have Netflix pay-per-view. APPA Brian says the 1998 Yankees won the tournament. That was a hell of a team, 1998 Yanks. Black, yellow, white. If Fury takes the rematch and wins, a third would be required. I don't know if Fury wants 2 more fights with Usyk. Good point. Again, he has to have the mindset. He came in shape. I thought he was mentally sound. He looked mentally sound. He was into the fight. He wasn't like lackadaisical. I just think his strategy was stupid. Why do you back to the ropes? It's not like he got hit all the time, but when you back to the ropes, and it wasn't like he got hit when he was playing, because anytime he played, when he did this or he held the ropes and danced, Usyk backed away. Usyk did the Ron Lyle. He didn't engage. He backed away. When Fury actually got banged up, it's because, they were fighting, but he was also backing to the ropes. Though I missed the first nose shot. I thought it was the blood above Usyk's eye on, like they were in tight. Then when I said, oh, he got caught, and later on I saw the replay. The left hook I saw, not left hook because he's southpaw. The right hook I saw, and his nose blood, So good fight. Hell of a heavyweight championship fight. Fury's been in some really good heavyweight championship fights historically. The 3 fights with Deontay Wilder and now Usyk. So APPA Brian did meet Earl. That is cool. Ken Castro, how you doing? Hope all is well. What are you playing, Kenny? Kenny says, congrats to APPA Brian. 3rd place, that's great. Oh, APPA Brian used the 1939 Yankees. Cool. Dwayne Martz saying hello to Ken. Ken Castro, I'm still hurting from the 2-8 record I had in the tournament in 2022. Ken says hello to Dwayne. Cleve baseball fan. Screw that Netflix pay-per-view. I wonder if the Christmas Day NFL game will be on Netflix pay-per-view. I just think sports is killing themselves. But again, I'm wrong with that. But I don't. Again, did I buy the fight today? Yeah, I bought the fight today because I wanted to watch it. Did I buy the Canelo fight? No, because I knew it was going to be crap. I listened to we got updates. We actually did a chat that night, and I'm not saying it was crap. The fight was entertaining, I guess. Canelo ended up dominating the guy in the second half of the fight, but the undercard looked awful. This undercard was not that I knew all the fighters, but I looked into it. I said, well, they're evenly matched. I looked at who they fought. I said, I'm going to get this fight card. I watch fights from, again, it's me. It's what I enjoy. I watch, would I want to do it every weekend? No. But I watch fights basically from 10:30, 10:45 this morning till the Fury fight was over. And I went outside twice to play with the dog in between. So it was a good weekend. And I got a little gaming in. I had the fights over here, played some Action PC baseball. My 1970 replay, Mets and Red Sox, going well. Mets are 2 games in front of the Pirates. Red Sox are 5 games behind the Orioles. I think, the NFL I think they got to stop with this trying to put these boxing, and you see boxing and you're like, okay, the big fights on pay-per-view. If you want to buy them, you want to buy them. If you want to watch them another way, you watch them another way. I buy my fights now. I don't have any apparatuses anymore. I haven't had those in a long time. So I pick and choose what I want to watch. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, that's a great main event. What are they charging? Okay. What's the undercard? Wow, that undercard sucks. Okay, where are they fighting from? Okay, they're fighting in the U.S. So what time is the main event going to come off? Probably 12:30, 11:45 p.m. Not getting it. Fights from Saudi, main event comes off at 5:30, 6 o'clock p.m. I enjoy it. I'm up. I'm not half asleep trying to watch a main event after a crappy undercard. They charge for this fight, and I got it slightly cheaper because I pay for the zone so I can watch all the fights from Europe. Though they're putting a lot of fights at, again, the zone never had pay-per-view until a few years back. Because if you had the zone, you got their fights. I get it. They're trying to make money. So it's up to me, the consumer, if I want to pay that money. I pick and choose what I want to pay for. And I was very happy with what I paid for today. APPA Bryant, Baseball Classic. I had a great time. Dave of Dave's card and sports games was there as well. Very cool. Brian Hoxie started the 112 plus me all-time golfers down to 34 left playing. A semi-challenging, daunting hole next. A lot of top guys still alive, including Nicholas and your guy Arnie. Love Arnie. Black, yellow, white. Jake Paul, while I dislike him boxing, he has directly influenced about 6 kids to join my gym and want to box. As a coach, I respect that, as he has done what he has done for my sport in that manner. Yeah, and the people on his fight cards get paid well. He trains hard. I mean, you can people knock him. Oh, he beat up those MMA guys. He still beat up those MMA guys. And he fought Tyson Fury, half-brother, which was an entertaining fight. I watched it, and the undercard was fun. So, but I don't think he stands a chance against. I know Tyson's old, but I mean, if he can survive 3 rounds, okay, then Tyson's going to get tired just like he did against Roy Jones. But Roy Jones is a real fighter, even if both guys were retired for a long time. And I watched that. I didn't watch it live, but I watched it. Someone put it on YouTube later on, and I watched it before it got yanked down. It was funny because Roy Jones, a couple of times early in the fight, he gets hit, and he's like, okay, you could see his eyes go, okay, this is real. He's not taking it easy on me. I better start fighting. So, are they doing 2-minute rounds? Black, yellow, white, or anybody? It's 8 rounds, 2-minute rounds, which, again, so it's like an exhibition, but I mean, they're not going to wear headgear or anything like that, to my knowledge. So the beverages I have tonight, and probably into the early morning, we have Canada Dry, ginger ale, which I love. No alcohol in it. We have coffee that's, you can't see it, coffee that's black in my House of Black member mug. AEW Wrestling. I do like the House of Black. They don't use them enough, and they don't use them right. And we have water. You notice how there's no more spring water, because that shit never actually existed. They just purified the water. It's kind of funny. People are like, oh, it's spring water. I'm like, there's no such thing as, you think there's someone up there getting water out of a spring? Shut the up. Are you that stupid? Come on, people. Do you really want spring water? Bears pissing in it, deers pissing in it, fish pissing in it. Give me the chemical-induced water. So black, yellow, white. They're going to use the women's rules. Okay. That's a good fight. Yeah, Mark. Taylor and Serrano. This is their Is that their third fight or second fight? I saw the first. I saw the first fight. Trav, I just got my APPA football game a few days ago. I'm so excited. I think you're going to enjoy it. It's not as daunting as we all thought. Just take the cards out. Pick your starters. If you don't know who starts where, it's the guys with the highest numbers, and maybe you don't get them in the right spot. Maybe it's a left guard and you put him at right guard. Who cares? You can always look it up if you want, but just have fun with it. 30 ticks goes by pretty quick. Play a quarter at a time, play a half at a time, play a half a quarter. Play what you can. I think it's a really fun game. I really did enjoy the game we put on with the got it still on my tabletop right here, where the Houston Oilers, Kenny Stabler, the Houston Oilers, and they beat the Raiders. Obviously, in reality, the Raiders beat them 27-7, but in our replay, the Oilers won the playoff game. We might put more on the channel. I don't know. I just like playing it offline because I can play at my own leisure. And you can actually, if you don't keep stats, but when I play offline, I actually keep stats because I'm playing offline and just enjoying it. I think with any game, just play to enjoy. You know, I play games. That's what I like to do. I have I've decided to stop buying APPA seasons on eBay because I'm like, oh my God, you ever do? I've heard people talk about it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to buy that season. Then like I go home like, shit, I have that season. I'm glad I didn't buy it. So I started to get organized and then I bought more stuff and it's all messy again. So I have to get organized again to see what I actually have. But I do like the APPA football. I'm getting another season soon. Not that I've finished my 1980 season, which was supposed to be 79, but when it came on eBay, I bought it off eBay. I realized it's 1980, which I got excited about. I got excited anyway, but I realize I think the next purchase I make will for APPA football, and I have purchased from APPA for football. I purchased the game. I purchased the all NFL teams, original NFL teams up to 1982, the best players, to which I figure out how I'm going to play that. I'm actually breaking teams into 2 teams because they have so many old school players who can play both ways. So, and I think the next APPA game we're going to bring to the channel is going to be the Chicago Bears against the Chicago Bears. Gale Sayers versus Walter Payton. Those are the team captains. And I don't know if we're going to do a 4-drive challenge or just play it out. I don't know. So, Mark Jones says it's their second fight. Okay, they're good fighters. If you have not seen Taylor and Serrano fight, highly recommend it. Wonderful fighters. Female fighters. Absolutely marvelous. Trav says, yeah, it looks like fun. I think you'll enjoy it. And there's plenty of tutorial videos out there. It's not that difficult to set up. I mean, that was my big thing when I first was looking at it. But just put the starters out there. Don't worry about it. Write them on the card, like the points if you want on the envelopes or whatever. Just play to have fun. I mean, if you're doing an exact replay of a team or a game, you can go to like Pro Strategy Football and just pick the players who actually played in the game, play without injuries. I don't play with injuries most of the time anyway. Once it's on your tabletop, you're playing it. Play it the way you want. Sports Time Machines join us. Check out his wonderful channel and subscribe. Doug Hunt says, hello, Alan, everyone. Oh, this is the man who helped get me over 1,000 subscribers. Comics with Bueller. You still on the road? I believe you are. How you doing? Hope all is well with you and your family. Wonderful channel. Even if you're not a comics book guy, not that he needs it, please subscribe and like his channel's videos. He's probably one of the nicest people you can meet on YouTube. We've had him on the channel with Chats with Al. He's on the road. He goes from Comic-Cons to Comic-Cons, reporting on them, from comic book stores to comic book stores. He built, it's so cool. Go and check it out. It's awesome. he built, I'm sorry, not built. He has a van that he basically lives in as he goes from comic book place to comic book place and covering Comic-Cons. So, wonderful channel, wonderful person. Hope all is well with Trav and your family. Wonderful. Is your daughter still competing in the fitness contests? Just a wonderful person. Comics with Bueller. I cannot say enough good things about his channel. And him, personally. A great guy. As he's still on the road, it's wonderful to see you. Where, if I may ask, where are you right now in the great United States of America? Legend Sports Universe. Check out that wonderful channel. He does so many cool things with modern video games, but re-rating the players to get them to play properly, we'll say. Legend Sports Universe. As Doug is saying hello to Legends, and vice versa. Comics with Bueller, thank you, buddy. Things are good. No, she's expecting my first grandchild. Awesome sauce. Grandkids are so much fun. You're going to love them. They're the best. Congrats. Congrats. When is she due, if I may ask? That is awesome. Doug saying hello to Dwayne. Dwayne saying hello to Doug. It's FOC love. The way it should be. Comics with Bueller. In hometown, Portland. Awesome. Next week, New Mexico. Your daughter's in New Mexico, correct? Right? Or Arizona. I'm trying to remember. End of July. God bless. That's awesome. You're going to have someone that you're going to teach all about comics. Oh, you're going to be a proud papa. Thumbs up for you, my friend. That is so cool. That's wonderful news. First grandchild. That is awesome. Congrats to your daughter. That's awesome. My voice is my allergies have been, I think I also caught a cold. But my allergies have been bad. The pollen count's horrible up here in the east. Comics with Bueller. What has been one of the most recent stores you've been to, and has it been up to your liking? And have you been to any Comic-Cons? What's your most recent Comic-Cons that you've covered? Again, if you have not subscribed to Comics with Bueller, please do so. Wonderful person. You know, just the other day, Travis, I was thinking about Sam. I was thinking about the time, God rest his soul, Sam's Tangle Web. That was his channel. When we had Comics with Bueller on, and he goes, hey, you want me to call Sam and get him on? I go, yeah, get Sam on. And he was at Comics with Bueller's house. It was one of my favorite shows. It was a fun show. Yeah. God rest his soul. As Doug is saying, congrats to Comics. Legends Sports Universe. My first grandchild came beginning of March. Awesome sauce. Congrats to you, my friend. It's amazing. So congrats, sir. So much fun. God bless the children. That's awesome, Legends. Brian Hoxie, if you're interested, I created a History Makers who serve baseball players set for History Maker Baseball. that will be a play freebie next Thursday. Players who played in the majors and served in the military. I seen a set, like, did you do the old set too with like Ted Williams and Willie Mays? But that's cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. Comics with Bueller was just in Chicago a couple of weeks ago at Comic-Con there. Absolutely love the city. Cool. That has to be a big one, huh, Travis? How many people do you think? I was at the Comic-Con in Boston when William Shatner was there years ago. My nephew and my brother-in-law took me there. I had a great time. I got to meet Dirty Joe Locks from Phil the Issues Guy show on YouTube. I got to meet another person from that show on YouTube. So it's fun meeting people that you've talked to on YouTube. I used to go on their show via phone, and but it was fun. Black, yellow, white. Top Rank has a pretty good card going on. Centellin and Norman Jr. is great. Is that on regular ESPN? I should put that on over there. I forgot the fights were on ESPN tonight, too. Comics with Bueller. Speak of the English, Al. Speak of the English. Comics with Bueller. Yeah, he was great. Miss him every day. Like I said, I was just thinking about him. I was driving to work. I think it was Tuesday. Well, looking down upon us now. Another guardian angel. Yep. That was one of my favorite shows when you did that. You want me to call Sam? I'm like, yeah, call Sam. And he was, Sam, come over here. That was awesome. You welcome, legends. Trav says, I love comics, so I will subscribe to Comics with Bueller. It's a must subscribe. He is we had, when we used to do chats with Al, old school chats with Al, we'd have him on. Great sense of humor. We'd have Sam on once in a while. I think Sam was on twice with you, I think. We'd have Dog. If you guys don't remember Dog, I don't know how many remember him. We'd have Ron Chuckett. We'd have Devin. Oh, we had so much fun. Oh, we have slower board gamer on. Man, we had fun. Now you just get me. I might try to get Devin on again once in a while. But see, I just do these on a whim. You know, like, hey, let's do a chat. And I come on. We used to do them more regularly every Saturday. Lots of fun. Dave Gardner. You know, we used to do a lot of comedy bits. Chris, slower, whatever the board gamer, Chris, man, he could sing. He could do voices. It was free. Oh, we had Big Paulie would come on, give us the sports updates. It was a lot of fun. It was a good time. Brian Hoxie. Nope, this is a new set with a few other well-known guys, but may not so well-known, but with great stories of their service. Cool. If you're on theplay.com Facebook page, check out Brian Hoxie's posts. They're a lot of fun to read. He does a lot of play games such as History Maker Golf, History Maker Baseball, so on and so forth. Legend Sports Universe. As for my channel, Franchise Star Baseball League is in June of its third year, while the Franchise Stars Football League is in week 5 of its first season. So check that out and subscribe to Legends Sports Universe. Sip of the coffee. I watched last week last Sunday to be exact, because we ordered it on Amazon. Let It Ride, which is a comedy with Richard Dreyfuss. And it's a horse racing movie. It's very, very fun movie. As the line in the movie is, I'm having a very good day. Basically, it's about, and I recommend it if you can find it. Richard Dreyfuss promises his wife he's going to quit gambling. One of his friends, they're taxi cab drivers in Miami. One of his friends likes to record the people in the back, and he hears these two guys talking about how they held their horse back, which is illegal. What that means is you basically tell the jockey, don't try to win till the odds get in your favor, and then you say, go for the win. So they held him back like 8 races, and now they're going to let him ride. Doesn't mean the horse is going to win, but he's going to run well. And so he bets the horse wins, so on and so forth. He has a very good day as it continues. But fun movie, Let It Ride with Richard Dreyfuss, Meg Tilly, one of the women from Sex and the City, and other actors you'll know them. Johansson's in it, the guy who sang "I'm Feeling Hot, Hot, Hot." He plays Richard Dreyfuss's friend who's a horrible gambler. Sports Time Machine. Allergies and possibly a cold. You are correct. Brian Hoxie, it's okay to say I post a lot of recaps of Wacky Concepts. Your Wacky Concepts have given me many a great idea. Swedish Jeff 2024. Hey Al and everyone. Let It Ride is a hidden gem, good flick. Absolutely fun movie. Love it. We bought it. Nurse Teresa and I, like I said, we watched. We actually had a Sunday Richard Dreyfuss double feature. We watched Let It Ride and then we watched Jaws. The shark goes boom in the end, though. Love Let It Ride. There was another horse racing movie with Tim Conway and Harvey Korman. I think it was called Long Shot. That one was a little more goofy, but it's a fun comedy too. But Let It Ride is I agree with you, Swedish Jeff 2024. A hidden gem. Perfectly said, Jeff. Mark Jones, with the popularity of the WNBA, I don't know how popular the WNBA is, but if you say so, I'll agree with you. I wonder if Strat or DK Sports will create the product. I think someone has created, I don't think officially. I thought I did see women's basketball for Action PC basketball in the community. I thought I saw that. You know what? Let's go to the community. Let's go there now. I thought I saw that, Mark. Again, I don't watch the WNBA. If someone does, good for them. Not my cup of tea. I will watch women's boxing because I like boxing. It's tough to see women bash the bejesus out of each other, though. But like the Taylor Serrano fight's going to be excellent, the rematch. So I think they did that, Mark. Let me go. Action PC Sports is having a sale this weekend. All games, all seasons on sale. If anyone's interested in that. Let's go. Action Community Content. Let me see. Let me find it. I could be wrong. I thought I saw it. Yep. Here's 2019. No, that's player photos. Hold on. That's player photos. Let's go here. Seasons. And again, these are created by the community. No, they have player photos, so there must be a season. Why would someone create photos, a photo set? I don't see. Maybe it's in the actual Let's go to the actual official site. Okay. When I find it, I will pull it over. Let's go basketball. Actually, let's go basketball seasons. Hold on. Actually, you got to go shop. Yeah, shop. I'm going to share the screen in a moment. Basketball pro seasons. They do have women's basketball. Okay. So let's share this screen. Hold on a second. I knew I saw it. Share. Okay, let's do the entire screen. There we go. All right, so right here they have women's basketball. This is Action PC Sports. So they have professionally 2023, 2022, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, and 16. So yes, if you like women's basketball, Dave Cook's Sports, Action PC Basketball, and they're on sale now. Everything's on sale. And if you're looking for photos, you go to the Action PC community site page, go basketball, images. This is what I was thinking because I saw they did photo packet. Again, someone did a 1997, but there I don't see a season for 1997. But over here, 2019 WNBA photos, 2021, 2022. So, you can always find a lot of photo packs here for sports if you like the Action PC games. Everything's on sale if you're interested in the football game. The least expensive version is right now $35. If you have not bought it before, the $35.10 because it's on sale. And what you get with that is the Great Teams League, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2010s. And these are all the teams. I usually get this one here because then I'm upgrading and then it knocks it off another $5. So you're paying like 39 something. And with that, you get the modern season plus all these other seasons, to which I have I didn't have 1940 though, so that was all right. And then you get the Great Team season. I'm enjoying the chalkboard. They just had an update, so let's check that they were fixing something with the chalkboard. So you should always check the updates. Let's go to the home screen. Home screen. Let's go here. It's not letting me. All right, let's go here. Close this out. Go home. Official site. Okay. All right, that's what we want. And then go down here. You want to get on this page. And let's see. I think they put the update up. Action PC football. No, not up yet. Because it's a 2023 version. They're supposed to have an update coming soon. I saw it on the Facebook group page. They're fixing some animation down towards the goal line. All right. Let's go back. But again, everything's on sale this week. Always check out the specials and freebies also. I mean, if you're going to buy something and you have the basketball game, you want to add, you can get the 1969 UCLA Bruins basketball team for free, Oklahoma football team for free, Michigan State 78 basketball team for free, North Carolina 1980 basketball team for free. And they have a 3-pack of seasons for $15 for baseball, 3-pack for NBA for $15, ABA and NBA. This golf course is free here. Normally a $12 value. Stevens Point Country Club in Wisconsin. You have a 3-pack of hockey seasons from 84 to 87. And this is always free. So this is created by a fan. Pacific Coast League, 46, 48, 50, and 52. Dave Little has joined us. Check out his channel. I'm going to be listening to his wrestling stream tomorrow. Always enjoy Dave Little's wrestling and his Journeys with Jesus videos. Cleve baseball fan. I watched a little bit of the Knicks Indiana game today. Indiana team looks like they will be overmatched against most teams. That game was yesterday. Are you talking about the Knicks and the Pacers? Because they have their game 7 coming up Sunday. Today. Is it? No, it's not today yet. Tomorrow. Sports Time Machine. Status Pro Basketball probably has seasons for card and dice. Well, I just showed if you have Action PC Basketball and you want women's basketball. Oh, Fever. You're talking about WNBA. Oh, because of Caitlin Clark. Yeah. Like I said, I watch women's college basketball. I don't watch the professional. Black, yellow, white. Watching women's boxing up close, like from the judges' table or in the corner, is hard for me when there's a cut or yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Dave Little says 2 game 7s tomorrow. What a day! I'm hoping the Knicks win. I want to see the Knicks and the Celtics. Good old school rivalry. Is Denver playing tonight? They're having a tussle. What's it with Oklahoma? Little Canada. Oh, I'm not up on the screen anymore. I forgot. I'm showing you my Canada ginger ale. So again, Action PC sale on everything this weekend. Dave Cook has a ton of great sales. Some other companies might learn from that, but they don't like to have sales. Oh, cool. Dallas won. Excellent. Now I hope Denver wins because I like to see Dallas and Denver. Again, that's just my opinion. Oh, Denver, Minnesota game 7 tomorrow. Awesome. So 2, you're right. Well, I might watch both those games. John DFW, how you doing? He says, love Action PC, baseball, and football, but golf, really disappointed. ASG PC is a great, but really expensive. Well, it depends how much you're playing it. Now, I don't mind Action PC golf. I think the reason why they don't update it, it's not their best-selling game. But I've learned to play it a little better. I have to say I really do enjoy History Maker golf on the tabletop. All right, let's stop sharing. And here I am. It was funny because I was pointing to my ginger ale and I realized you couldn't see me because it's, we're using our Canada Dry. Love it. Live it. Love it. Drink it. Well, the Bruins have a good shot at winning the Stanley Cup. No, they don't. No, they fell to the Panthers. I hate McAvoy. I hate that. I hate him. I have my own personal reasons why I hate him, but I guess I'm biased. He's so overrated. I just don't like him. Again, personal family reasons. I do not like McAvoy. Cleve Baseball Fan 87. I know hockey tomorrow. Last game of semifinals is Monday. Oilers Canucks Game 7. Game 1 of the Eastern Finals Wednesday. I'd like to see in the NBA, what would you guys like to see? Those who watch NBA basketball. I don't watch it as much as I used to. I watch it sparingly. I follow it, but I don't watch it. I'd like to see the Knicks win tomorrow, as I stated. I'd like to see the Knicks and the Celtics. And whoever wins that, I'm cool with. You know. I want to see, well, Dallas made it, so I want to see Denver because I want to see Dallas and Denver. And I think you got some nice storylines there. You know, Celtics against either Denver or Dallas. I think it does good ratings. Again, obviously in New England, it will do good ratings. And in the Dallas or Denver region. The only true nationwide sport that does ratings is football. And again, that's because of the gambling. Believe me, it's because of the gambling. People are like, oh, there's so much action in football. In reality, there's not a lot of action in football. I enjoy football. I watch it every week. We have a football pool that I run in the office. We have fun with it. That's a fun storyline, black, yellow, white. Celtics, Dallas, Kyrie. I love it. Love it. That's what I look for, storylines, you know. Just like when we play our games, what are the storylines, you know? It makes it fun. In NBA news, Cleve Baseball Fan 879 says, it looks like the NBA will be back on NBC from 2025 for the 2025-2026 season, and looks like the NBA on TNT is kaput after next season. I wonder where they're going. I think TNT does a good job. I like Barkley. I like Shaq, Kenny Smith. I like the crew they have. I think there's good banter there. They let them speak their minds, whether I agree or not, but it's good entertainment. ESPN, it gets tough. And my brother-in-law works there. It gets tough to watch. There's no characters anymore. I don't know. But that being said, I don't really watch anymore. So maybe they've gotten better. Things I like sports to get rid of. Things that I like sports to get rid of. And then you can also, can we get rid of a lot of the sideline reporting? Hate it. Stupid. Don't want to know it. Don't go up to a coach and ask them stupid questions during the game or before the half or after the half. It's stupid. Don't like it. That's just me. Announcers, call the game. I don't mind if you tell funny stories. Don't just do it all the time. And if you're going to tell funny stories, make sure they're funny. Talk about the game. Too much crap going on the screen. You know, really, with all these analytical statistics, don't give a shit. I want to know who knocks in runs. I want to know who strikes out people. I want to know ERAs. They've made up all these in my mind, bullshit stats. You don't need them. I don't care. I don't care about WAR. I can figure out who the good players are. It's easy. You don't have to tell me about WAR. Don't care. Don't care. What other... fielding range, that's a great one. You know, your eyes tell you that, right? They have such baloney, bullshit stats. Like, I remember someone goes, well, on base percentage is more important than runs knocked in. You know, the whole Moneyball. It's nice. If you know what happens if you get on base and no one knocks you in, you don't score. So yeah, I get it. Everyone's like, oh my God, it's this great concept. No, it's not. You got to get on base and then someone's got to knock you in. Hello? oh my God, it's revolutionary. It's I think they've gone too far with analytics. Spin rate, don't care. If it's so awesome, how come pitchers pitch like 5 innings, 4 innings? Stupid. How come they always get their arms hurt? You know why? Spin rate, because they're trying to throw as hard. Now the Red Sox don't even do that anymore. The Red Sox like just throw, spot your ball. That's why their pitching's been phenomenal so far. I don't know how, smoke and mirrors, but anyway, let's go to Sports Time Machine. That will be better for AEW. What needs to be better with AEW is someone needs to show them how to book a storyline. I still watch on occasions, and I can tell you honestly, when I sit and just watch AEW, their matches are pretty good. They're getting slightly more logical. I try to watch WWE. I don't like it. If it's not Seth Rollins or if it's not Gunther. Now they have a nice little thing with Gunther and this other guy who seems like he's a Russian or playing up some Eastern European thing. The Kaiser. Is it the Kaiser or the Tsar? The Tsar of wrestling. So that I don't know what the guy's name is, but it was a good little promo there. I like Sami Zayn. Other than that, there's a lot of things you can fix with wrestling to make it better. AEW, I like Ethan Page. He's not there anymore. I like Danhausen. He's not there. I watched the indie show on YouTube last week. Danhausen had a fun little match. The tag match was good. The match to start out, it was Defy Wrestling, I think it was called. The match with to start off Wayne and Joey Janela. An hour match. It was okay. It was actually very logical. The fans were into it, but like the first 15 minutes is these guys both doing I get it. They got to kill an hour. Why not just make it a 20-minute match and slide in another match and cut your show down a bit? But I can honestly say it was not a bad indie show. It was someplace in the state of Washington in a hall. It looked like an old boxing venue. Probably holds 400 people, maybe. And the crowd was into it. It was fun to watch, and it was free. Dave Little. Launch angles and exit velocity. Blah. I agree. Who cares? Right? Call the game. APPA Bryant Baseball Classics. How about get rid of the announcers in general and make a way for average fans to chat with their friends? That would be cool. I tell you what, I did not realize till last year the Manning brothers do the opposite. They're fun to watch on Monday Night Football. We were down at, and it was a Thursday night game, I think, a special that ESPN was doing because we were down at the casino. And I know we weren't down there. Oh, no, we were down there. Yeah, it was November. We were down there on Monday night. That was the first time I ever seen the Mannings. I knew they did something. I didn't realize they did the whole games. They're great. It was fun. That's fun. Them just talking about football and razzing each other and having guests on. That was fun. APPA Bryant Baseball Classics. Remember to check out his channel and subscribe, please. Are the Red Sox pitchers pitching inside more? They're just pitching good. They're not caring about spin rate. Their guys have been going 7 innings. They're bringing up guys and they're going 7 innings. They're banged up. They're all hurt, though. So smoke and mirror. They're doing it somehow, Salvador America. Dave Ursillo. Oh, Jerry Remy and Dave Ursillo were the best. They were fun. They could make you laugh. They could tell you about the game. They could tell you fun stories. That I enjoy. I was so pissed when they broke them up. I was very pissed. As Bob B does not like modern pro wrestling, we know that. Hello, Bob. Hope all is well. Flippy gymnastic routines. I don't disagree with you. Some of it's good. not the flippy gymnastic routines. I watched, like I said, I watched that Defy, and they actually wrestled logically. I sat there and go, so this little organization that has produced some of the better known wrestlers today out of the near the Washington State area, right? How come they can wrestle logically, but you watch WWE and AEW, and that's why I was sitting there in shock with Nick Wayne. Again, not a big fan of his, but I'm sitting there, wow, the match is logical. So these two guys worked out a logical match. How come when they wrestle on AEW, there's no logic to the match? I don't get it. I think they need, in wrestling, to let them be themselves within reason. That's when if you can make it sort of real, stop with the slaps. Oh God, that drives me nuts. APPA Brian, are the Red Sox pitchers pitching inside more? I know the Royals starting staff has improved this year, pitching inside much more. They're pitching in out. They're not worried about spin rate and velocity. They want you to hit your spots. So yes, I would. They're pitching probably inside more. Again, I don't watch much baseball. I read about it. It's funny. I've reverted back. I just don't like the way the game's presented. I love the Red Sox. I'd still like baseball. I'll watch boxing. I've already told you that. I'll watch football because we have a football pool. And I enjoy football still. I tell you what, though, football's too clean. You watch the old things on YouTube, like Dave Volsky's Backdoor channel, which he had on a Mark Fidrich game, the whole with the commercials and everything, so it's longer, but it was fun to watch. I'm halfway through it. I've seen it. I've listened to it before, but it's more. He does things. He makes it more high def, and he has football, baseball, hockey. I think he had some basketball on the other day. I don't always watch the whole things, but he has highlights too. We puts them together with great music. But you just watch like the football. By clean, I mean no one's uniforms get dirty anymore. It doesn't. It's. I don't like it. Let's have some weather games. There should be no indoor football. I hate it. Do not like indoor football. Super Bowl. Don't like it. I mean, I watch it. There's lots of reason not to like the Super Bowl. The game itself I enjoy. The build-up is stupid. Don't get me started about the entertainment crap. And they make the commercials not funny anymore. Though the commercials weren't too bad last Super Bowl. Black, yellow, white. Just did my random selection for my new OOTP year. The team to start with, and I got the 1978 Seattle Mariners. Yay, Rupert Jones, Julio Cruz, and Payne. You are correct. Though the uniforms were pretty cool looking. So why is Chris Sales pitching like the Bionic Man now? And last year he was poop grade A because he was with the Red Sox. I don't care that Chris. I'm glad they got rid of him. I don't care. I'm happy he's pitching well. I'm upset that we pay the majority of his contract. It's ridiculous how many players the Red Sox pay to play for other teams. He helped us win a World Series. Yay. They should never re-upped him. He can go pitch well. I'm happy for him. I don't dislike him. Why, when we send these players away, we got to pay the majority of their contract? If that team wants him, let them pay his contract. And if he was in Boston, I guarantee you he would pitch well. He was very good with the Red Sox. Then he hurt his arm. Salvador America says 70s or 80s NFL was gold. Yeah, just fun. I mean, there's other good seasons, too, 90s. I'm just saying everything's very corporate, and PC crap. Can I just sit and watch a sport and enjoy the sport? I don't give a crap what the guy's saying or the woman's saying in a sport. They're entitled to their opinions. People got all bent out of shape for people's opinions. If you don't like someone's opinion, don't listen to it. Everyone's going nuts about the Kansas City kicker. I don't agree with everything you said, but you know what? I'm not going to go nuts about it. And I didn't listen to it. I just read. So I don't know exactly what he said. But I don't want to take my time to listen to it. So if I'm not going to listen to exactly what he said, I'm not going to comment on it. I guess some people did. People on Facebook, they're all going insane. Oh, God, kick him out of the NFL. Is he murdering somebody? Is he murdering somebody? Again, from what I read, I don't agree with everything he said. But I don't get it. There's so many people on Facebook, and they're my friends, and I just sit there and go, ignore. I don't want to see this. I don't give a crap about your political opinions. Don't. But I don't say anything bad, right? I just, just cool. That's your opinion. I don't get it. I don't get it. Jeez. I don't get it. You don't like someone's opinion. Is he murdering somebody? These people make it sound like he's murdering people. You want me to go off on who's murdering people? I'm not going to do it because that's not what we talk about here. Because no one wants to hear the truth. I can win a certain argument with, you were born, weren't you? Okay, I win that argument. Anyhow. Trav. I find there are too many false finishes. Oh, God, I hate false finishes. I was just watching wonderful women's match on AEW. Toni Storm and a blonde. I can't think of her name. Another blonde. Great match. As good as any men's match. And it has nothing to do with men or women. Beautiful match. Toni Storm hit her with 3 magnificent moves. And again, it's a dance, so she had a good dance partner. The last move was this bounce off the rope, sort of like suplex, roll him into a pin. The crowd is oohing and eyeing. You think they have the brains? The ref, who's really kind of in control of the match to a point, to sit there and go 1, 2, 3, end the match, because the fans were ready to pop. Then they drag it out for another 4 minutes for no reason, just to do a different finishing move, which the fans don't pop as much. I mean, and the moves were all good. It was an excellent match. I'm just saying, why can't they understand how to end a match? I don't get it. Don't get it. Salvador America, finisher's not what it used to be. You're correct. Before you hit a finisher and game over. That's the way it should be. You shouldn't have to get hit with 3 finishing moves. I go back to when Samoa Joe put Hook through the table and somehow Hook comes back and then Samoa Joe beats him. Well, shouldn't you have Hook come back before Samoa Joe puts him through the table and then Samoa Joe ends him? That's the way all you had to do was move it around a little bit. I don't think Hook's that good of a wrestler. He's okay. I don't know why they give him the pushes he gets. He's horrible on the mic. His punches suck. Joe made him look real good because Joe's a professional. APPA Brian Baseball Classic. Butler's a human entitled to his own opinion like you and I are. Absolutely. I don't understand why you don't like it. Just this guy, oh my God, he's like Adolf Hitler. I'm like, what are you talking? I'm not saying someone said that, but it's like, oh, he's like the worst thing since dog poop on your shoe. Come on. You really feel like that? I feel bad for people who really feel like that. I really do. It's a guy's opinion. Again, I didn't hear what he said. I'm not saying I agree with everything, but who cares? He stated an opinion. People got bent out of shape because he said his wife enjoys being a mother, basically, and likes staying at home. And he said other things to that extent. And again, I'm not agreeing with it or disagreeing or whatever. I'm just saying everyone's got to get off this high horse that they know best for everybody. You don't like someone's opinion, that's fine. And you're entitled to your opinion, and you're entitled to counter an opinion. But the nastiness is just incredible. I don't know how many people on Facebook who I'm still friends with that I just go, I don't want to see this. It's not even a logical point of view. It's just mean. But that those same people cannot take that same concept of fair play and direct it a different way. You see what I mean? They're not. So to me, I don't get it. APPA Bryant. He's a terrific kicker, and the Chiefs don't win the Super Bowl without him. I love how Chris Jones the next day told him how much he respects him, even though I am something. So he got cut off there. I don't know. Exactly, Salvador America. I just wanted to talk about it briefly, and that's it. Because people get bent out of shape. Why? Again, I didn't listen to what he said. Maybe I'll go and listen to it, but I don't want to listen to 23 minutes of anyone speaking at a graduation. I didn't want to listen to the people who spoke at my graduations, high school and college, but we had to sit there and listen. I don't get it. Because it really bends you out of it. And the cruel remarks. And again, he said some things you don't agree with. Okay. Jeez. Let it go, people. Let it go. We have a lot of worse issues going on that people put their head in the sand. And, I like this side better, or I like that side better, but nothing's getting done to fix problems. Pesky Paul. Mike Tyson loves you. That's all I'll say. Check out Pesky Paul. Subscribe. Do all that good stuff. Kevin Thomas, how you doing? Good evening, Al. Good evening, Kevin. Dave Little. He's a devout Catholic who was invited to a Catholic college where he spoke about traditional Catholic values. Exactly. See, I didn't want to get into it. I'm Catholic. And, I really enjoy the Catholic bashing. I mean, they bring up the usual, right? The priests, the kids. It's not Catholic. Those guys are monsters. The people who protected them are monsters. It's not the religion. So go yourselves. You don't know what you're talking about when you try to. No, you're wrong. It's the monsters who are protecting them. Okay, those people I don't agree with. Get rid of them. I can tell you why it happened. No one wants to hear that either, because you say, "Oh my God, no." I'm going to tell you why it happened. And most people, if you thought about it, would agree. But yeah, so I don't get it. Again, from what I read, I'm not saying I agree, but he was speaking his mind, traditional values. I'm not saying nothing was horrible. Nothing. And again, I'm not agreeing with everything, but I didn't listen to it live, so I can't say. But from what I read, and to hear people get bent out of shape, the fake PC people, fake. These PC people wouldn't help you if you had a flat tire. Trust me on that. Trust me. Oh my God, I'm so offended. I'm offended because you're offended. Go yourself. See how I edit myself? I beat myself out. I am sick of people who, am I the best Catholic in the world? No. Okay, not the best. I'm sick of people in power who pretend to be religious and they're not. You don't want to be religious, that's fine. I think you're in a bit of trouble when you go upstairs, but God's forgiving. I hear people say stupid crap. Certain things are a human right. How can that certain thing be a human right when you're snuffing out a life? Don't know, right? Again, just my opinion. Good points, Mr. Dave Little. That's why we love Uncle Dave Little. APPA Bryan Baseball Classic. My daughter, graduated last week from MU, and they did not have a speaker. Thank you, God. Thank you. I hated speakers. They went on too long, talked about crap I didn't want to hear. Just want to be done. Go home with my family. Larry Mullins, how you doing? He says, hello, Al. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well, Larry. Battling allergies and a little cold. We did the fight, so my voice is fun fight, too. Fun fight. Salvador America. I am so tired of different opinion means you're the enemy. I agree. You know how you solve problems? You talk about it, bounce ideas off each other. Sometimes someone you disagree with on other things has a good idea about something else, and you work together. It's very simple. You know, I was told there was nothing wrong in an election. I was told that, right? But now they do the investigation in Georgia. There might be something wrong with the election now. They're supposed to have images and stuff, and they're missing 380-something thousand images. I listened to it. I'm not making this crap up. It was their investigation in the state. And they asked, well, where are these images? Oh, we don't know. I've been involved in politics for a long time. Not anymore, but I was. Believe me or not, I'm telling you the truth. When you're counting ballots, which I was at a recount, okay? Like, keep counting because we don't believe it kind of thing. You can't count ballots without both sides being there. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm a registered Democrat. So before someone goes, no, I'm a registered Democrat, okay? So about that, all right? You have to have both sides there. You can't send one side home, pull crap out from underneath, and start counting. Can't do that. You have to have both sides there. It's the truth. At least in Massachusetts it is. Everyone who wants to sit there and say, I'm not saying one side's better. Well, pick your poison. I'll say that. One poison to me is worse than the other, but they're both poison. It's amazing how we can't get competent human beings. Larry says, Al's fired up. Love it. I don't know if he loves it or is mocking me. It's all right. It's good. All's good. Anyway. Enough of that. I thought people are overreacting. Maybe I'm overreacting now. I don't know. I don't want to be one of those people. But you can speak your mind here. I don't care. Be careful what you wish for, though. Yeah. That's why we have the shark. Enter at your own risk. Oh, God. You know, we go from winter to summer here. We don't even have spring anymore. At least we didn't have mud season yet. Mud season's the best. Nothing better than constant rain and mud in your backyard. Nothing better than the dog coming in after deciding I have made a mud puddle and roll around in it. Knock on wood, Captain Fantastic does not do that anymore. Yes. Love Captain Fantastic. He's our dog. Love him. It's funny. It's like he's made a truce with the birds in the yard because we put up a squirrel feeder. Squirrel thinks it's a squirrel feeder. We put up a bird feeder and he just ignores the birds. He goes right for the squirrel. He hates that squirrel. God forbid he catches that squirrel. It's not going to be a pretty thing. Not going to be a pretty thing. He's caught a rabbit before. It wasn't pretty. I once did a thing on Facebook, things my dog has murdered. Happy Easter. It was funny. He started small and worked up to the rabbit. He once caught a bird in the air. I'm not pooping you. I was burying his dog poop before I was going to mow the grass. It was a year and a half ago. And I'm like looking at the birds on the ground. I go, you guys need to go, man. He's coming out. And my wife's at the door and goes, Jax wants to come out. I'm like, yeah, let him out. She goes, what about the birds? I go, no, they'll fly away. She opens the door. The birds kind of delay a bit. And he comes flying out. And I see him out of the corner of my eye jump, and I'm kind of laughing. Yeah, like you caught a bird, right? And he also has a bad habit of putting rocks in his mouth. We love him. He's not the brightest, sharpest tool in the shed or whatever. He's smarter now, but back then he was like a pup still. I thought he had a rock in his mouth. I'm like, spit it out. What's in your mouth? Spit it out. I'm like, spit it out, Jax. Phantasmo, spit it out. And so he spits it out with my cajoling. He got a bird out of the air. I was like, oh my God. And I'm like, oh shit, the bird's dead. So I had to bury that. The rabbit was not pretty. I'm not going to tell you what he did to the rabbit. Let's just say it was the headless rabbit. He was tossing it up in the air. Oh, Captain Fantastic. He was so proud of himself. I love him, though. Doesn't like Amazon drivers too much either. I don't know what he would do if you get a hold of them. We went out to eat last week for Mother's Day on a Saturday. And we stopped at a place that's a fishing and hunting place. It's pretty cool. Big store in Connecticut. Cabela's. And they had like a little aquarium. So that was cool to see all the big fish. And, lots of stuffed animals. I felt bad for the animals. Bad day for those animals. Replica, they had, firearms, but they had some old school replica firearms that work. I mean, you can buy them. It was fun looking at them. And they had t-shirts and stuff and toys for kids. And cool. If you like fishing and hunting, it's a great store. But they had some really fun t-shirts. And they had one. They only had one. It was the thing in the box still, like the visual. And it says, I'm voting for Bigfoot this year. I'm like, I want that. But they didn't have it in my size. That was the last one left. It was a little too small. I'm not a big person. I'm starting to grow out this way. I lost my muscle mass from when I was young. But then there's another one. It wasn't a t-shirt. It was like something you stick up on your house or in the window or in your man cave. It was, if my dog doesn't get you, my shotgun will. And I had it in my hand. My wife's like, don't you dare buy that one. Because I was going to put it in the window. I went with live free or die. I did get a couple of funny t-shirts. I put the boom in the shotgun shells. Anyway, I thought that was funny. That's my sense of humor. You shouldn't be in my house. So if you do, the dog and I will get you. We'll bury you out back. Oh, wow. Salvador had hail in Tennessee. I do not recommend running outside in a hailstorm with your mouth open. It's going to hurt. Pesky Paul, 24/7 news networks and social media are awful when it comes to politics. When you have news channels, they are biased. And that's on all sides. All sides, folks. You have left-leaning channels, right-leaning channels, awful. How about just the news? I used to enjoy the news. And I like the opinions. Everything's an opinion piece now. Anyhow, good points there. Our good friend Pesky Paul. Enjoyed the fight. I enjoyed the fight, my friend. He did a Tyson Buster Douglas redo, we'll say. APPA Bryant Baseball Classic. I once watched my father approach and catch a wild rabbit. The Rabbit Whisperer. I don't want to know what he did. I don't know if the statutes of limitations has run out. Yes, it does, doesn't it? I like that, Sports Time Machine. Reminds me of the great country song, Cleaning My Gun. Listen, let me tell you something. Why is it in some states, and even in Massachusetts, if someone breaks into your house, you're supposed to just go, yeah, whatever. No, not happening. I don't break into your house. Don't come into my house. I leave people alone. I expect you to leave me alone. Squatters' rights? What the is that? Imagine you go on vacation. Like out in California, it's a big thing. Squatters' rights. No. Though I hate California. That's just my opinion. I'm not a big fan of California. So it's kind of amusing. But what I mean, even if you're rich, right? I don't dislike you because you're rich. Good for you. But like you go on vacation and someone goes on your property and now they have squatters' rights. What? Are they going to pay your taxes too? What? Come on, some common sense here, people. All right. Anyway, I'm having too much fun with this. Too much fun. Pesky Paul, I'm doing Holmes Cooney next. Look forward to that. Again, you know what'd be interesting? Here's a thought, Pesky Paul, because I thought about this when I was watching your and you use Legends of Boxing. And what's really cool about Legends of Boxing is you can make your own fighters, just like in Title Bout 2 PC, though I believe it's slightly, in my opinion, easier to make boxers in Legends of Boxing. Not difficult in Title Bout PC 2, just a little more. You have to know where to put the numbers. In Legends of Boxing, you can just say, this is a good fighter. It gives you some generic numbers and you can tweak them. What I was thinking, Pesky Paul, right? What I was thinking, though Cooney's card is pretty good in Legends of Boxing, and Cooney was a much better fighter than most people give him credit for, and Larry Holmes is all-time great. Simple as that. But on that night, Cooney probably fought the best he ever fought in his life. You know, it'd be interesting to tweak it, like at that point in time for both fighters. It's probably Larry Holmes. Jeez, who did he fight after that? That was 82. 82. I think he fought Carl the Truth Williams. Williams really beat him. Witherspoon. I thought Witherspoon beat him. Carl the Truth Williams, if I remember that fight right, he swelled up. He did a job on Larry Holmes' eye with his jab. It'd be interesting to try to rate them in that time period. Tough to interview anybody who's not speaking anymore. I just think people don't belong in people's houses who don't belong there. Just my opinion. Don't come in my house. Don't break in. Don't break into anybody's house. Don't. Leave people alone. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Yep, you're correct, Salvador. All right, now let's go to happy stuff. Brian Hoxie. Out of the blue statement, I've recently been addicted to watching marble racing. Oh my God, I love marble racing videos. I love it. They have some fun stuff. Or like dominoes, like just watch them tip over. The artwork of it, it's cool. I'm going to tell you something about Holmes and Cooney. That fight was on the national news, the buildup. They had the white-black thing. They had the white hope thing. It wasn't Cooney building that up. The media did that. His management team, Win for America, Jerry. And I like Jerry Cooney. I like Larry Holmes. Good fight. I mean, people who didn't even know about boxing were talking about that fight. 1982, June, right? June 6th, June 5th, June 6th. I can't remember. Outdoors Pavilion, Caesar's Palace, right? Great fight. Cooney fought Spinks all wrong. He should have jumped on him. Spinks fought. You know what, though? People don't give Michael Spinks credit for that fight. Because that was supposed to set up. The Spinks-Cooney fight was supposed to set up what people wanted was Cooney-Tyson. Because Cooney could bang. If Cooney clipped you on the chin with that left hook, especially then, he could bang. But Spinks fought very well in that fight, and Cooney just waited too long. And then when Cooney was hurt, he doesn't know how to grab on. I mean, say if Cooney defeated Spinks, which he didn't, we're just playing a hypothetical. Cooney-Tyson would have been huge. And Tyson probably would have beat Cooney. Most likely, right? You don't know, but I would say most likely. Would have been a huge fight. Because both men could have said, say if Cooney starched Spinks in 1 or 2 rounds. So. Actually, I'm wrong. Duh. Sorry. Spinks goes on to fight Tyson. My faux pas. And then Tyson starches him. But it would have been Cooney and Spinks. That's what they wanted. Cooney and Tyson, excuse me. I need coffee. Start over. Had Jerry Cooney beaten Michael Spinks, it would have been Cooney and Tyson. And that's what that fight buildup was for, because Spinks pulled out of the tournament that they were having to get an undisputed heavyweight champion. He relinquished his title, and he fought Jerry Cooney for the People's Championship. And I believe that was a 15-round fight in Atlantic City, which Spinks stopped Cooney in 5. And that's how Spinks, in the build-up to the Mike Tyson fight, I'm not because it happened, but I knew Spinks had no shot against Mike Tyson. He was going to be a stationary target. He didn't move well. He never moved well. I mean, he didn't move horrible, but he wasn't a slick boxer. He could box, but he wasn't going to move. I mean, back to his light heavyweight days, David Sears hit him good. Who was the other guy? Oh, shoot. I can see the guy. I mean, you could hit Michael Spinks. So imagine when Mike Tyson's going to hit him. That's how I remember people going, oh, Michael Spinks is going to win. He's not going to win. I didn't realize he was going to get steamrolled, but I thought the fight would end soon. He wasn't going to hit Tyson with a Spinks jinx. Though he could hit. again, when he beat Holmes the first fight. Holmes beat him the second fight. They didn't give it to Holmes. Holmes won the second fight. But he did beat Holmes in the first fight, in my opinion. In the rematch, Holmes and Spinks, Holmes beat him. You can watch the fight on YouTube. It's just, again, Holmes beat him the second fight. When Holmes fought Tyson, he's past his prime. And then Holmes does the comeback, and he beat Ray Mercer. Well, that was a hell of a fight. I always thought that was for the WBO title. It wasn't. Mercer had relinquished it. I totally forgot about that. I was like, didn't he win the WBO title because he beat Ray Mercer? That was a hell of a win for Larry Holmes. That got him his fight with Holyfield. He went the distance with Holyfield. Let's move on. Sports Time Machine. Brian, love watching wiffle ball and looking to bring it to my channel, LOL. Ooh, wiffle ball. There's a wiffle ball game? That'd be cool. Oh, great hype and build up for the Cooney Holmes fight. Rappaport was his manager. Was it Rappaport? Was one of his managers, Jerry Cooney. He played up the race angle. I mean, again, they're trying to sell tickets. I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying that he went a little too far. Brian Hoxie, the best YouTube channel is Gels Marble Runs. It's really interesting what they can do with that stuff. Pesky Paul was 8 years old for the Cooney Holmes fight, 1982, June. I was 11. Take care, Dr. David Little. Good to see you, my friend. Check out his channel and his wrestling. He uses Filsinger games, does a wonderful job. Card and dice wrestling. We got to bring that back to the channel. I have so many wrestling cards and I stopped playing. It's not that I don't like it. It's just time. I need time. We all need time. Wiffle ball was fun. People saying goodnight to Dave Little. Pesky Paul. Spinks Tyson was awful. Spinks looked like he was scared. Absolutely. Absolutely. I honestly think people were licking their chops because I thought Cooney was going to catch Spinks. I thought Cooney, I said, man, if he catches Spinks, he can still pop, and you build up. They wanted Cooney Tyson, and that would have been mega money. Mega money. Tyson, again, most likely would have beat him, but who knows? Who knows? Before he beats him, do we have a Firpo Dempsey thing where Cooney clocks him one? Tyson had never been hurt. The Tucker fight. Was a Tucker fight after or before? Tucker hit him with a good shot. Tucker went 15 rounds with him. Tony Tucker, TNT Tucker. I'm trying to think who else. Quick Tillis, give him a tussle for 8. It was an 8-rounder. That's about it. Before the Douglas kicked the crap out of him. Then Holyfield kicked the crap out of him twice. Tyson had the bully's mentality. I always say this with the Holyfield fights. Holyfield outbullied the bully both times. That's why it made me laugh when Tyson would complain about headbutts and he's doing the same crap you do to people. It just didn't like it back, That's where the nice debate when you watch the boxing games we enjoy, or I enjoy, and some other people, whether it's Glory Days Boxing, Title Bout 2, Legends of Boxing, PC, or on the tabletop, because the ratings are the same, right? I sit there and I go, everyone rates Mike Tyson better than Evander Holyfield. Not by much, but they do. He shouldn't be rated. In my opinion, he shouldn't be rated better than Evander Holyfield. Holyfield beat him twice. And they'll say, well, he's not in his prime. Well, neither was Holyfield. And Holyfield didn't just beat him. He beat the crap out of him twice. But that's awesome. How do you see it? I'm looking forward to Legends of Boxing, the new updated the PC. He's redoing the board game, but the PC is going to get an update, and you can play either one. That's what he said because I asked a question on his Facebook page. So I like the what if matchups. They're fun to think about. You can also do what if matchups like what if guys fought in their prime. That's always fun. Tyson looked like he was ready to rampage through a village eating children. Spinks looked like a lamb waiting to be slaughtered. Oh, yeah. That was, yeah. That is the last fight Tyson had with Kevin, as Kevin Rooney as his trainer. No. Was it his last fight with Kevin Rooney, or is Rooney already gone? It was his last fight with Bill Clayton as a manager, though. God, was Kevin Rooney his trainer in that fight? I know Bill Clayton, that's the last one he managed for Mike Tyson. Because then Tyson jumped ship to let Don King's son manage him. I think it was Don King's son after. Pesky Paul, I didn't realize they were trying to set up Cooney Tyson fight. I might have to do that one. Yeah. Because, once again, Spinks pulled out of the tournament. They were having a tournament. Spinks beat Stefan Tankstead from Sweden. He was a European champion. And it was like he knocked out Tankstead in the third round, fourth round. It was early. It was an entertaining little fight. Then he caught Tankstead with the right hand, and Tankstead went down. Cooney, shoot, who did he fight? Cooney had his usual long layoff. Came back. Was it Eddie Gregg? And he laid off again, or was it Eddie Gregg and he got the Spinks fight? I don't remember. I'd have to, let's see. Let's look it up. Let's bring this over here. Let's go to Box Rec. Let's type in Jerry Cooney. With a G, Al. With a G. Jerry Cooney. Always one of my favorite fighters because I always hate when people, oh, he sucked, or this guy sucked, or like when someone says whether Frank the Animal Fletcher sucked, I'm like, what do you mean? They didn't suck. They were good fighters. I watched them. Cooney was a good fighter. Frank the Animal Fletcher was a good fighter. They were good. I mean, again, he had a short lifespan, boxing-wise, Frank the Animal Fletcher. It was only a couple of my friends. Oh, he wasn't that good. What are you talking about? Well, he lost to those guys. Those guys are pretty good. All right, Jerry Cooney. Let's go Box Rec. I want to say it was Eddie Gregg, but then there was a layoff, and then it was Spinks. Box. There we go. Let's look at it. It was Eddie Gregg. He fought Eddie Gregg. Okay, here it is. Let's go. Let's share the screen again. Share the screen. Oh, God, don't talk. I'm going to get whammied. All right, so, yeah, it was Eddie Gregg. See, Eddie Gregg, 1986, then practically a year layoff, a little more. Then he gets a Spinks fight. Tyson fought Pinklin Thomas around the same time that Spinks fought Cooney. So they're trying to build that up. In my opinion, that's what they wanted. Because Tyson beat Pinklin Thomas in 8 rounds, stopped him. That was not a bad fight. That was not a bad fight. Mark Jones, Tyson was a front runner. Absolutely. 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 And the first time he got out bullied was by Buster Douglas. Douglas, you caught. If they had fought on any other time, I mean, Douglas is, if you remember the story, Buster Douglas's mom passed away, and he dedicated that fight to his mom. He probably trained harder than he ever trained in his life, because Buster Douglas had already lost a crack at the title. The vacant IBF title, Tony Tucker stopped him. Okay. Like Pesky Pulse said in his video today, should have been a quick fight. Everyone thinking it's an annihilation. I recorded, every fight. I have them still downstairs. I don't have any. Well, actually, Nurse Teresa has a VCR still. And I used to buy new tapes for each fight because I started to tape. Instead of using the 6 hours, I was using 2-hour tapes to make them so they supposedly last longer, right? Better quality. And I was like, oh man, I'm not even gonna get a tape. And my friend goes, you're not even gonna watch the fight? I said, I'm gonna watch it. It's gonna be over quick. He goes, you're not gonna record it? I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna record it. He goes, what if something happens? I go, I don't even have a tape. He goes, you must have something. So I literally took a tape that had, I think I barely had just enough time because the fight went, what did he stop in the 9th, 8th, 10th? And people were calling me up going, did you watch the fight? I'm like, yeah, I got it on tape. Can we watch it? I was like, no, because I want my tape back. My uncle called me and people were like, oh, it was a fix. It was a fix. What fix? He was supposed to fight Holyfield the first time before he went to prison, right? It was going to be a $50 million payoff. You're thinking he did a fix for a couple million? Do the math. Doesn't make sense. I watched the fight. He got hit. Then the infamous, well, it was a slow count when Douglas went down. Do you not understand boxing? The referee picks up the count. The timekeeper starts counting. Wherever the referee picks up the count, that's the count. So the timekeeper is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, right? Literally, I guess. The referee doesn't even hear the timekeeper because he's on 58 already, because the fix maybe was in. They didn't want Tyson to lose the big money payoff with Holyfield. And I'm going to go into the rest of the story in a second if you guys don't remember or don't know. The referee picks up the count, his count. Now, again, usually what would happen is the referee kind of looks at the timekeeper to make sure he's got, because the timekeeper does the count because the referee is issuing the other fighter to the neutral corner. The referee doesn't always have to pick up the timekeeper's count, but the timekeeper will go as soon as the fighter hits the canvas and the referee goes neutral corner, right? So he's directing the other fighter to the neutral corner. The timekeeper is going 1, 2, hand up, and he slaps the table, whatever you want to call it. And the referee picks up the count. That's how it sometimes happens. Not always. But the referee's count is the official count, not the timekeeper's count. So if the referee comes back and he hears whatever he hears and he picks up the count, blah, blah, blah. Buster Douglas could have got up at any time. If you remember, he smacks the canvas and he's waiting for the count. Now, had Buster Douglas got up late, it's a knockout. He didn't. He got up. Goes on to knock out Mike Tyson. In fact, goes on to pummel the crap out of Mike Tyson to end that round after getting knocked down. The rest of the story now, folks. If you remember, they tried to strip Douglas of the other 2 titles. Only the IBF was standing by him. The WBC and the WBA says, no, Tyson knocked him out. It was a long count. And then there was so much bad publicity that even those 2 corrupt organizations said, no, Douglas won the fight. They had that fix in, my friends. But funny thing happens on the way to the forum, right? He got knocked out. That's boxing. Let's just say if that fight went the distance, Tyson would have won a split decision or a close decision. And there would have been a lot of boos that evening because he wasn't winning that fight. I don't think he took a round. The only round he took was the round that he dropped Buster Douglas in. Might have took an early round. I don't even think he took an early round. And at the end of that round, Douglas was kicking the crap out of him after he got knocked out. And then he knocks him out the next round, I'm pretty sure. Pesky pole. Oh, yeah, he beat him twice convincingly. Kicked the crap out of him. Arnold Hunter. I'm currently doing playtesting for Legends of Boxing 2 PC game, and the game is going to be great. Awesome sauce. Now, I'm going to end the stream soon because my voice is going. And it's 12:30. I wanted to end at 12:30. But we'll go a little longer. The Gary Brown said it's going to be like an update. Is that correct, Arnold? And if you could tell us, if you can, did he tweak any current fighters? Did he add any modern fighters? And again, the great thing with Legends PC Boxing is you can make fighters. It's not that hard. I made Tyson Fury. It's not hard. And again, it's your judgment. I'm not saying my Tyson Fury is better than someone else's Tyson Fury, but you can make fighters in Title Bout 2 PC also, and that's not hard. It's just a little more numbers. It doesn't give you a generic, like you can say this guy is a good fighter, this guy is a below average fighter, this guy is a great fighter. Different. That's not the terminology. One day I'm gonna have to show you. We'll have to do a video on that. We can make fighters. That would be fun. It's pretty easy. I've made Joe Baxi. I play tested him. I thought it was good. We use him in my universe. Let's see if you can see it. Those gloves back there, those are Joe Bat. Not the black ones. I got Joe for a lot of, though it's messed up now, they got smudged over the years, but a lot of autographs on the black boxing gloves. But the ones above the black boxing gloves, the old school ones, those are Joe Baxi's gloves when he fought in West Springfield, Massachusetts, 1948. I'd have to look. Oh, let's look that up. Let's look that up now that I brought it up. Oh, Arnold Hunter. Let's go to that quick. He updated 99 heavyweight fighters, and you can switch from version 1 or version 2. Yeah, that's what he said, so that's cool. I'm looking forward to getting the update, purchasing it. Philip Reynolds, how you doing? Where's Phil? Where's that? Where's Philip right there? Hi, Al. No word on my Legends of Boxing 2. Has been shipped, ordered. Hi, Al. No word if my Legends of Boxing 2 has been shipped, ordered, on deck baseball. Well, I'm sure if you send them an email. I mean, I think pre-shipping was going out soon. Again, I don't have anything to do with the company, so you'd have to ask them. Pesky Paul. It was the perfect storm. Buster was never better, and I don't think Tyson wasn't all there. Yeah, no, perfect storm. Buster Douglas, I remember how he got knocked out by Holyfield. He threw an outside uppercut, which you don't want to do, because if you don't connect, you're wide open. And Holyfield countered him with a right hand, and down went Buster Douglas on his back. He rubbed his nose. He thought about the money he was making and went, nope, staying down. Good for him. Because he never really won another big fight. I'm trying to think. Was Tyson get in trouble? And that's no, he didn't give Tyson a rematch. That I would have liked to see Tyson get a rematch. But I think they had to live up to the Holyfield #1 contender, because he was #1 contender, I think, in all the organizations. And then Tyson, I think, went to jail. Thus, they had to wait for the Holyfield fights. I think. Could be wrong there. I'd have to look it up. the pesky poll. Definitely show how you make some of the modern fighters. Oh, you know what? Let's do that. I'll show you real quick. I'm not going to do it, but I can bring it up, I think. If I slide it to my second, I don't think it's going to work well. Hold on. Let's move this over here. Let's bring up Legends of Boxing. So if you want to make a fighter, and my voice is going, I got to share the screen. Hold on. There we go. Share. Let's close that. Okay, Legends of Boxing. So this, when I make a fighter, I do a test to create fighters. This is when I tested Fury. All right, so you go here, create a fighter. And say we want to make a heavyweight. And now select, you can bring up a fighter to edit. These are the two fighters I created, which I'm not going to. And then you just say, is he elite? So physical is like a pressure fighter. Tactical is a boxer. So if we were to make Usyk, and someone's already done it in the community, but say I would say he's tactical. Okay. I would not say he's a pressure fighter, even though he applied the pressure today against Fury. He's a tactical fighter. And I would say he's elite. What did I do for Fury? Well, because this is, I would say he's elite. What did I do for Fury? I think I made him elite. Let's look at Fury. $9.9. I can't remember if that's elite. Well, let's go back. Let's cancel that. Cancel. Okay. So let's say we want to make an elite tactical fighter. Yeah, so he's 10-10. I would probably keep him at 10 for tactical against a tactical, and probably make him 9 against a physical fighter. But then what you would do here is you would change his name, and you can adjust these ratings and so on and so forth. You can put his record in, and it's really easy. Again, we'll go cancel. So you go here. Say if we want to say good, he's a good fighter. 8-8 for control. This is the important part. Then you look to see power, how much you want to keep him for power and stuff. So if we wanted to make them, and again, you would change, they give you the generic names, but you could make anybody that you wanted. We could make He-Man. So if I made He-Man, he never lost, right? But I don't really like He-Man. I was a Skeletor guy, okay? I think he was just misunderstood. But so a good fighter looks like they're an 8. Cancel. And then you can tweak the ratings. You understand what I'm saying? You're not seeing it. Oh, you know why? Son of a bitch. Let's see. You're right. It's not. I have to do it the other way. I can't do it through here because it doesn't show the pop-ups. I'm sorry. All right. It does not show. Let's go back to here. Yeah, that's not going to work. Stop sharing. I forgot. It doesn't show the pop-ups. I'll have to do it through YouTube. So anyway, when you go there, let's see if we can share the screen now. You'll see this. You'll see it in a second. And it doesn't show everything I was clicking on. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Window. Entire screen. No, don't want to do that. Window. So this is what I'm talking about. You pick your fighter, and it's not going to show it when I click on it. So when you pick create a fighter, this comes up, and you can pick elite, good, so on and so forth. You can add a random trait. And I will go through it. I'll do a YouTube video. We'll do a chat, but via YouTube video, and I'll show you. So let's stop sharing because I can't show all the screens. And back out of this. Close. All right. Close that. Close that. Slide this back over here. So, yeah, I will, Philip. It's fun. That's what I like about Legends of Boxing a lot. You can make fighters. Joe Baxter, and then we'll end the stream. Again, I'm in boxing mode. My favorite sport. Joe Baxter, American boxer, was once the number 1 ranked contender. Had his contract to fight Joe Louis. A funny thing happened on the way to the forum. He got screwed in Sweden. Not in a good way either. He lost a fight that most people thought he won, though it was close, and no title shot. So Joe Baxter, and let's share this for a moment. Close that. He was a good fighter. He fought in West Springfield. Let me see. 40. Right here. West Springfield. 1948. So those gloves are from 1948. Joe Baxter beat Willie Brown. TKO round 4:59 seconds at the Century Stadium, West Springfield, Massachusetts. Baxter wore Brown down with left hooks to the body and put Brown down twice in the 4th before the bout was stopped. Source: Springfield Union News. So, my dad was at the fight. My dad knew the fight promoters, and he met Joe Baxter. He said he was a nice guy, and he gave my dad the gloves. So the fight he lost was this one here. This cost him his world title shot against Joe Louis. Was that the one? $47. I think that was the one. Yeah. So then he had a title eliminator against Ezra Charles to try to get the title shot again. And that was right after the fight in West Springfield, and he got stopped. That was at Madison Square Garden. Majority decision. That's a cool, nice photo there, though. And I think Baxter, I think he is on the left. Can't see it. Let's see if we can. Yeah, Baxter's on the left, I think. Yeah, Baxter blocks a right. Yeah. It's cool to see the old fight photos. All right, let's stop sharing that. Close that. Joshua Hauser says, love when you're in boxing mode. Oh, we did the live fight tonight, Joshua. Fury and Usyk. It was fun. I wish you were there. You would have enjoyed it. So, with that being said, we're going to call it a stream. I like to thank everybody. Normally, I go back through the chat and thank everybody, but I thanked everybody on the way in. So, and we'll show Pesky Pole how to create a fighter in Legends of Boxing. It's very easy, but we have to do it via the YouTube because if you're ever streaming like Action PC or Legends of Boxing, you want to use this screen view. It shows all the pop-ups. Because if you show the other, and I've shown that video before, what type of setup you should use with the software. Hold on a second. What you want to use is display capture, and it captures everything. I think we just froze. Close it. Did we freeze? I think we froze. I'm froze. I think we're done. Take care. Good night. God bless. I don't know if you can still hear me, but the camera has froze. Peace.